we're posting a YouTube podcast. I mean, some people might think it's corny. Some people might be like, oh, like what the fuck are they doing? Like, but honestly, who cares? Like, I feel like in a year's time or something like that, if I was like, well, when he's out of high school, I'm out of high school, like, I'll be like, damn, I low-key, like, really wish I did that. Like, who cares what kids at my school that I don't even like care about?
Yeah, like,
why do I care about? Why do I care about what they think about me when I don't even like them?
Yeah, like, it
I mean,
shouldn't
that's an
matter.
interesting way to think about something.
Yeah.
Why do you care what people think when you don't even like them?
Validation.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I get, like, even the, like, I can't say that I just don't feel a need to have validation, because that wouldn't be true. But I mean, like, that's what my close friends are for, I feel like, you know?
Yeah. I think,
It's
like,
small circle. You don't need, like, validation from a bunch of people. And it's hard sometimes, because I feel like it's, like, human nature to want validation.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like when it comes to validation, I feel like a lot of people seek it without knowing that they necessarily seek it. Like, you know, at school,
I agree.
I mean, you want to talk about stereotypes here
Yeah.
at school. I mean, there's so many, like, quote unquote cliques that people have. Like, you know, oh, I'm a jock. Oh, I'm on the cheer team. And this isn't like judging any of those. I'm not judging any of those people. I'm just saying people, like, think that they're like, oh, I need to do this so I'm popular, so that I'm cool, which I really don't think is true. And I also think, like, when people stereotype people into these subsections in the high school, they think, oh, yeah,
what do you mean,
like,
subsections? Like cliques? Like,
yeah, cliques. Like,
yeah.
you know, like, oh, these kids are weirdos. Like, oh, he's one of the weirdo kids. Like, you know, and people will say that and not even know the person. You know, they'll see one thing that person does, and they'll always think about, they always just judge that person by that one thing. And actually, I feel like that's what's wrong with this world nowadays. I feel like people, and it's understandable to a degree, like, you know, you can't get to know every single person as well as you know your friends, you know, obviously. But I still think people should treat others with respect and not judge them as harsh as people are judged nowadays.
I mean, yeah, you hear that everywhere. But, like, I think about me, like, I do that too, though, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not perfect, obviously.
Yeah, obviously,
no
we have
perfect.
flaws and we do things like that, but I feel like I think we try not to as much.
At least we're aware.
We're aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who just aren't aware at all. So they just do it, like, without even just giving a care or giving, like, a fuck.
And, you know, let's segue into the topic of school shootings. Like, not like that, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, it's not funny,
yeah, it's not funny at all, but it's just the reasoning for why people do that. They shoot up schools or they kill themselves, like we've had at our school. People kill
like
themselves.
2 years
Yeah.
ago, who was that one kid? Like,
And I mean, that happens because someone's just getting bullied constantly.
I forgot about it. I
Yeah.
really forgot about
Yeah.
that. That was like a while ago.
I forgot his name, but
It was like Xander or something.
yeah, something like that. But it's just the reason someone would do that is because, you know, they're getting bullied. They're getting shoved around by these, you know, these jocks and just kids at school that.
I mean, it's not just that. It's
Yeah,
probably a
not
lot of
just
like
that, but
home life
yeah,
too.
just, you
and
know,
shit,
kids at
just like
school, but-
feeling sad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know someone's situation, so who are you to judge them? Who are you to, you know, you're living at your mother's house and your dad's house. You know, you're not living off better than they are or anything.
Probably peaking in high school.
Yeah,
You don't
It's
even
just-
know it.
people who take the time out of their day to purposely make fun of someone and bring them down are just immature. I think it's just immaturity.
Especially if you can like really tell, like if it's like one of your friends, like if I'm like you know messing with you, bro. If I'm like fucking with you, like obviously like it's
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
it, but if it's like some random dude, and, like you get the vibe that like he's just not feeling it, bro, or he's just like having like a hard day or some shit. It's just like you know you're being a dick, bro. Just like stop. You know?
Yeah, it's not.
Like be
It's
aware.
not
Just
worth
be
the
more.
laugh.
Be more aware of like what other people are like feeling and
Your
stuff.
yeah your enjoyment and laugh for 10 seconds is not worth potentially ruining someone's day, let alone their life, because of that.
I look, you do think about that. Like,
Because things build up. You know,
I feel like a lot of people though like get themselves into like bad mental health stages partially because of themselves too. Like I've been in a couple situations
agree.
where I just haven't like where I've like just like like felt bad for like certain times, and I mean like a lot of it's just like letting go of some people or stuff like that. Like you don't even realize the power you hold over like I mean yourself too. Like you say it and it's like of course I hold the power myself. Like I'm fucking me.
Yeah.
But then like you're putting yourself in these situations and where like you can literally just remove yourself from whether it's like people, groups, or like just situations where you literally can. And like I've done it and it's worked. So,
Yeah, I think
some people, but it also it's also like letting people go and stuff too, like friendships and shit, which I mean it's different for some people. It's harder for some people to let go of shit like that, but I mean like soon, especially if you're in high school too, like you're gonna be letting go most of your relationships. You're only gonna stay in touch with like people you're really close with, like this. Like we'll be in touch after high school.
Oh, yeah.
But some kid that like they call them school friends. Like
yes.
I'm not gonna be friends with like
it's like a work friend.
I'm not gonna be friends with you in 2 years when I'm out of high school. Like I'm not gonna be giving a fuck what you're doing. You're not gonna be giving a fuck what I'm doing. If we like say like I'm just not friends with someone in high school, like we got beef or something, it's like in 2 years I'm not gonna know you. Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna remember you. I'm not gonna be thinking about you. And that's also just like just part of life.
Yeah, like that kind of reminds me of something like I always like tell people, I guess, because like I've had friends who are going through like a rough time or something, and I tell them, I say, in a year, how will this affect you? And a lot of them will say it won't affect them in a year. So why stress about it right now when you be living your life, enjoying your life, but you're going to sit there and choose to get stressed up and worked out about something that's not even going to matter in a year or two for people graduating high school. I mean, high school is high school, and yeah.
Like this.
Yeah.
Like, people are obviously going to judge us because that's just how people are.
Yeah, but, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not going to care.
Either in a year, I'm going to care that, some kids out of high school that I don't even remember their names anymore.
I don't even made fun of me.
Yeah, made fun. Who cares? I don't care. I'm going to be, I'm going to be in the military.
I'm going to be fucking off somewhere.
Yeah, like.
Completely new life, everything.
Yeah, I mean, completely new life, but you still have your close friends.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think about that, too, kind of like going back to what you were saying, like, sometimes when I choose to try to fight for, not necessarily fight for his friendship, but keep a friendship healthy, which is normal. You want to keep your friendships healthy. Sometimes I think about, like, am I going to value this friendship when I'm gone? Is this person going to value our friendship when I'm gone? Is it worth even trying to stay friends with this person? And there's been people that I've, like, that I've had to let go because of that mental idea.
Yeah, I mean, same. Just let go of some people, and it's like, it's gonna happen eventually. You see over here? Yeah. That just goes back to the idea, they call it Sonder. Like, the idea that, like, everyone just has their own, like, lives, what we were, like, saying before. I mean, it's kind of, it's, like, sad to think about, but it's also, like, it's kind of cool to think about. Like, in 2 years, everyone's just going to be, like, doing whatever, moving on with life. In 10 years, like, people now are going to have, like, families and shit.
Yeah,
high school reunion in 20 years.
It's crazy to think about. In 10 years, you could potentially be having, a wife or a fiance, kids. I mean,
I hope not.
Yeah. Well, I think 30 is a good age.
Yeah, 30. I mean, I don't know. I think your 20s. Like, I think people who get married in their early 20s is low key just like
early 20s.
It's dumb. Like, I mean, if you're that in love with someone, I mean, shit. I mean, I guess.
I mean,
that's,
maybe
that's
if you
the
guys
right-
been dating since like freshman year of high school or something, that now you guys are 24. Like, all right, I guess.
But I think I think you definitely gotta enjoy your 20s. I mean, I haven't gotten there yet, so I don't really like. But that's what you usually hear. Travel the world and shit, just new experiences. But you wouldn't want to like. Me personally, I wouldn't want to like. Kind of, I'm not saying like give my life up. Like I'm not saying like my life's over as soon as I get married, but you lose a lot of freedoms.
it's, it's just like,
And you had only recently started, but you'd only recently become an adult. Say when you turn 18, there's a bunch of stuff you can't do till you're 21. So you want to like have some of those freedoms and shit. Like, and then late 20s, maybe like 27 or 30. I feel like it's like perfect time to get married.
I think the biggest chapters of life is your childhood, and then going into adulthood. So like where everyone in my grade is right now. Next year we're all starting a new chapter in our lives completely after 18 years. And then I think getting married is probably the next biggest chapter of your life. And I will say though, when I say
you got some crazy shit out of you.
But I will say though, like when I say your adult life, like as in your adult life as in finding out what your job is going to be for, majority of your life, hopefully. And then once you have that figured out, you start the next chapter, getting married, usually. And then I would say a sub-chapter would be, having kids. I think becoming a father, I think that's like, it's completely, it's like completely like life-changing. It must be. And then retirement, but
Bro, think about this. Like, you've only really, like, we haven't even experienced anything. Like, I'm 16.
Mm-hmm.
What are you,
17.
you're almost
17.
18. Say, like me, I'm 16. I've literally only been conscious for, like, all right, I've been conscious since I was, like, when you're, like, five you gain,
around 5
but,
years
like,
old.
I haven't actually lived, like, I haven't,
like
until I was, like, 13, like, 12. Like, that's when I actually started, like, I mean, everything before that is living, too. But, like, actual, like, memories, like, I'd say, like, middle school. So, like, basically, like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like you weren't
like adult memories, I feel
yeah,
like.
I guess you weren't learning like life lessons.
Yeah.
You weren't like really building the foundation of how you're going to live your life until you're around middle school and high school. That's when you really start building.
Yeah, so basically, like, I feel like I've only been, like, conscious for, like 4 or 5 years, like.
Yeah, I also.
It's like, so then we got so, like, such a long time.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, I honestly, I feel, I've talked about this with multiple people, like, probably end of sophomore, beginning of junior years, that summer is usually when people start hitting realization of, I'm going to be an adult, and I need to start somewhat acting like an adult. Like, that's when you kind of realize, like, all right, I need to stop kind of being a kid. I mean, when people start getting their license, like, that's like the first adult thing you do, really, as a kid. You get your license. And now,
do you mean, like, just doing dumb shit, or you mean just, like, the realization?
I'm saying, like, the realization of, like...
Yeah, because, like, we still do dumb shit.
Yeah, we still do dumb shit, but, like, I'm trying to be humble, but I would say we're mature.
Yeah.
Compared to a freshman.
I mean, yeah,
and a middle schooler, like, I would say we're mature compared to how we were 3 years ago, 2 years ago, even.
And, like, what I was just saying, like, it doesn't mean, like, just, like, not doing dumb shit and having fun, because, like, that's literally, like, what I live for, bro. Like, I just want to, like, just have fun and just do dumb shit. But also, like, I feel like at the same time I'm, like, mature about it, too. Like, I understand my situation. Like, I understand that I have limited time until I'm an adult. Like, I understand that, like, I would say that, like, I usually, like, think about stuff before I do it and shit, and, like, not even trying to be corny, but, like, you only live once.
Yeah. YOLO.
Don't say YOLO. Don't say YOLO. You just made it corny. No, I'm just kidding.
But, like, yeah, I mean, that's something, like, it's kind of like what you were saying before, like, you're gonna, in a year's time, you're gonna look back at this podcast. Well, in a year's time, you're gonna look back, and if we didn't make this, you would say, oh, I should have made that.
Yeah.
You know, and how many times in your life do you have an opportunity to do something and you don't do it, and then 2 years down the road, or a year, or even a few months, you look back and you're like, man, I really should have done that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, at the end of the day, you know, money, high schools and everything, you know, spend your money, have fun, live your life, because once you're an adult, I mean,
It's over.
it's not over, but it's not as,
You're
not as free.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're never gonna have the freedom that you have again as a kid.
You'll have more
But you'll have
more
responsibilities.
yeah, you have more freedoms, but more responsibilities.
You
I
can't
guess,
like
in a way.
walk like kid, you know, like steal stuff, you know, like you do that as an adult, bro. Like you do a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of stuff that you do on the low, like on casually. You do that stuff as an adult, and like you get in trouble for it. You're cooked.
Yeah, like you only have one adult life, you know. Your childhood, you can make mistakes and fix that, but once you're an adult, you make a mistake, you have to figure out a way to fix that in the jail cell. So, you know.
Getting BBC.
Oh yeah. Looking scrumptious today.
It would. But yeah, that's so true. Like, all that's true. And like, even if like, say we literally just posted this and we didn't post another one, I would literally be so happy that we just did this, like just the one, because
I think it's also good, like, being able to look back at my thoughts.
that's true.
Like, being able to look back at a video and think,
Like, show my kids this.
well, not even like showing your kids. I'm just saying, like, let's say you're at like a low in your life or something. Like, you look back at this and like these philosophies, these mentalities, maybe they help you eventually.
It's an interesting way to think about it.
You know, and I think there might be some people in the world that don't have. I mean, I'm not saying we're amazing like realization masters, but I'm saying might be some people that have never thought about it in our perspectives. And I think sharing that with other people can maybe potentially even like help other people and give them a different perspective on things.
And back to like I only live once, you get one childhood. Like, another thing that like pisses me off, especially nowadays, is like, and like, all right, like I'm not trying to act like super mature, but like, just like phones, bro, like TikTok, bro, social media, like, dude, you have no idea like how much time you waste on that shit. And you could like,
He's
no,
not talking
think, all right,
to me. He's
think,
not
bro,
talking to me. He's talking
think-
to the people.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about him. Like, I'm just like, sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say.
In general, though, like just people, like, and because like I know a lot of people like that, like, and obviously like I'm on TikTok too a little bit, but like you
Yeah.
can check my time, bro. Like I got 30 minutes a day. I kind of just like check up notifications. I might look up like a video.
Honestly,
like,
I'm
like,
like-
if I'm like talking to someone about it, I'm like, look.
I'm gonna look at my screen time right now and see.
Yeah. And it's like, think about like,
2 hours.
and bro, that's not bad. That's
2
not bad at
hours.
all,
2
bro.
hours.
Most people
and I went to
nowadays,
bed at 1 o'clock.
Most people nowadays, bro, they got at least 6, bro. Weekly average, unless they had like an eventful week or some shit, bro. Weekly average, 6. I try to keep mine under 3.
Yeah. Right now we're at the end of the day too, so I mean that's.
I mean, it's afternoon.
Yeah, but
it's a school day too, so I'm probably gonna be going to bed like low-key early.
But yeah, like I average probably around 3 as well. Like, because after my accident, like they told me I couldn't be on my phone as much because of the concussion, because it was like a severe concussion, so it messed me up. So I was
Yeah.
limited to about 2 hours a day. And before I'll admit it, I was putting in 6 hours easily. Some days even 8. And now I haven't had a time where I've gone above 4.5 hours. I mean, it's just, I think it kind of helped me, like, I feel like I kind of realized, like,
Realization,
wow,
yeah.
like, I could do so much more if I just, like, put my phone down. And it's crazy, like, you realize how much you're, like, glued to it. Like, people say,
You don't realize it till you put it down.
yeah, honestly, like, when people say they don't have time for things, honestly, I just want to tell them, let me see your
That's
screen
a bad
time.
mentality too.
Let me
just to
see.
have.
Let me see your screen time, and that person will probably have 6 hours of screen time. So you're telling me you didn't have time in the day to do something?
And also, like, I'm actually kind of glad that you brought that up. I'll get to that, like, in a second. I forgot. Hold on. Let it come back to me. Oh yeah, I was gonna say like, think about you like, and I'm just like think about like friends that I have off the top of my head like what hobbies do these people have like, and I like we like I feel like our generation maybe the last one too, but I feel like ours in general like we have like no hobbies like we don't do like we do jack shit like other than like actual hobbies like playing it like guitar or something or like learning like just a skill. Like I feel like obviously we like do shit, we fuck around and do stuff, but we don't actually. I feel like we don't like have a lot of skills, and I feel like that has a lot to do with.
Yeah, like as a generation. You're
Yeah,
saying?
I feel like that has a lot to do with just like phones in general, bro. Like I know dudes who spend like 8 hours a day on TikTok. It's like,
Yeah,
what are you doing, bro?
imagine
Like,
someone with 6 hours of screen time, besides having 6 hours and 5 hours, and they spent that 1 hour every single day, like, reading a book.
And people wish and I literally have proof, at least for me, people wish that they spent more time on their hobbies. Like you might like someone might be listening to this and be like, nah, they're lying, dude. Like,
Or
no,
like,
I don't
yeah,
even I don't
that's
spend
a lot
that
of
like
bullshit.
I don't spend that much time on my phone. Like it's not that big of a deal. I think about like myself, like say like these past 2 years, since like freshman year and sophomore year. I wish that I picked up more hobbies and stuff. That's my proof, because I'm like saying now that I wasted my time and I would spend like, and I would just do jack shit, like the shit that I could have learned, and like just done if I just wasn't like a, fucking, doom scrolling, like
TikTok. Like,
hard like.
yeah.
I could, and like now like I picked up like recently, especially since I've low-key been like more aware lately, like I've started to like there's a deer back there. I started to like play guitar, draw, I bought a skateboard, like
Yeah.
you know, like
exactly.
just random shit, like,
Yeah.
and I'm happy that I was in low-key like recently spending my time doing that instead of just
I mean,
coming home from school and just
yeah. I mean, like,
doom scrolling.
I was telling you today when I, first came over here, I was like, I wish I'd spend more time learning how to play my saxophone. Like I play other instruments, like, a whole bunch, every instrument. But I got
Sure.
I bought this saxophone like in last December, and I still barely know how to. I mean, I play a little bit, but I just kind of think like, man, if I put 30 minutes into it every single day for the past year, like how much better I could be. Like this, like just like it's just like, and I consider saxophone like a beautiful instrument. Like I think like some jazz is like really beautiful, like with the way they allergies, the way they like use a saxophone, and yeah, like I imagine like I could, besides scrolling on TikTok, I had an opportunity to make something beautiful and I didn't.
Yeah, and that doesn't mean that you just have to go and like just learn 30 hobbies, but just learn a hobby.
Just pick one.
Yeah, like just like, and like I don't have like, I'm not like fucking Houdini. Like I don't have like I'm not like a magician. Like I don't have that many like tools under my skill set, but just some stuff. Like I've been reading too lately. Like yeah, I've been getting more, like even if it's just 5 minutes a day, because even if it's just 5 minutes a day, you're still building the habit. So in a month from now, you'll be reading more and you'll be used to it. You'll be like, oh, it'll fit in your daily routine.
Kind of like how I picked up meditating within the past just like few weeks. I would say like I've been like trying to like make sure I find a time, and sometimes I don't, but I try to make sure I find a time every day to take a moment and kind of sit there in like silence and like close my eyes and just like tune out. Like I try to go into like a state of equilibrium, which means equal balance of like equilibrium means like an equal balance of like all forces.
I thought that was like some biology.
No, I wasn't kidding. I mean, equal balance of like all forces, and I try to like put my mind and body into like an equilibrium state when I'm meditating, I guess, and like full relaxation of both muscle, mind, and body.
Full chillness.
Yeah,
Maximum
ultra chillness. But it helps you like think clearly, like see your thoughts clearly, and really helps you like calm down as a person too, I feel, and helps you make less irrational decisions.
And a final thought on what I was like saying, like, even if you're not picking up a hobby, just spend more time outside. And it's low key, it is getting cold, but you know, I still like ride my bike every day and stuff. Like, don't just like sit in your room, bro, and just doom scroll and do when you have nothing to do. Like,
Yeah.
that's like the realization where you could just be learning something. Like, you just gotta break the habit. It's pretty easy to break the habit, honestly. I mean, I can do it. He can do it. Anyone can do it. It's not really hard. Just takes some discipline, I guess.
Yeah.
So just think about like that more, I guess.
Yeah.
About what we were just talking about in the video.
Yeah. I hope people know to like. I mean, and I'm sure some will just blow off what we said and not think about it, but I hope there's at least a couple people that try maybe changing their lives a little bit from what we've said.
And this is probably gonna be weekly, maybe even like couple days.
Yeah.
Like 2 times a week, maybe something like that.
You know,
Who knows? Maybe it'll be more, maybe it'll be less.
you know, and if we start blowing up, we start bringing on like other people, you know.
Yeah.
You never know.
We'll get a few.
Possibilities
We'll
are
get
endless.
we'll get some features.